Okay guys, here we go. So another night of online teaching. I feel like I totally need like a catchphrase. Like I listen to this stuff my kids are listening to and everybody's like, what's up guys? It's time for another YouTube. Time to smash that like button. I'm like, oh God, am I starting to sound like that? And I seriously hope not. But I do seriously hope that you are also watching and learning and listening and being good to your parents. Maybe that could be my catchphrase, be good to your parents. Anyway, probably should get to the teaching stuff. Okay, so yesterday's target is going to be the same as today because we're kind of just going to go back and forth to make sure that you can actually relate decimal and fraction multiplication to each other. So again, always a review of our place value chart, because for us in 5th grade, that's like our main thing. Like that's why we started with it in September. You have to understand the place value chart in 5th grade, because that's like the basis of every single thing we've learned ever since September. So just as a review, we're gonna write the two different ways that you can write the decimal. So the thousandths can be written as 1 over 1,000 or decimal 001. The hundredths can be written as 1 over 100 or decimal 0.1. And the tenths can be written as 1 over 10 or decimal 1. Here's my decimal, and there's 1 digit after the decimal, so that's the tenths place. Here's my decimal, 2 digits after the decimal, so that's hundredths place, 2 zeros. Here's my decimal, it's the 3rd place value over, 3 digits after the decimal, and as a fraction, 3 zeros. Ones is just 1, 10 is 10 because they're whole numbers. Okay, so just a review from yesterday, making sure that we can still remember how to go from a fraction to a decimal, and then we're going to switch backwards and do a decimal to a fraction. So if I have a tenths, 39 tenths, I know that in the tenths place there should be 1 digit after the decimal, so I kind of fill in from the back. So I would go 9, 3, and I would read that 3 and 9 tenths. If I go to 14 over 100, 14 hundredths, I know there's going to be 2 digits after the decimal, 2 zeros, and I'm just going to fill in kind of backwards, so it would be 14 hundredths. 3 thousandths, I know is, oh, here we go with the pencil and the paper moving, 3 digits, and again I fill in the last digit, which would be the 3, and the 2 zeros go out front. Let's go backwards. 4 and 6 tenths. I know there's going to be a tenth, and just 46. 3 and 12 hundredths. So this one's a little tricky. Hopefully you remember this. If it's 3, 3 is the whole number, and so it's going to be a mixed number. 12 hundredths. I know that there's going to be 100 on the bottom, 12 on the top. And this is 7 thousandths. So I kind of flipped back and forth there. I'm pretty sure I meant to write it like this. If I can get the pen. I really got to figure something out here. I need like a holder. I need to chime in. You guys can comment with any of these videos and tell me what these YouTubers do so that I know how to hold paper and write at the same time, because this is not my jam. So this would be the same. 7 thousandths is 3 digits after the decimal, 7 thousandths. Okay, so today we're kind of going to do the same thing, except for the fact we're going to just multiply decimal by decimal. And there's really only 2 things you need to remember how to do. Multiply, which we've been doing forever, and then moving the decimal at the very end. Please don't try to put the decimal in as you're multiplying. It's not going to come out right for you. Just do it at the end. And the simple rule is this: after you've multiplied, you count how many digits are after the decimal in your question. So there's 1 here and 1 here. after the decimal. So in my answer, after I multiply, I'm going to move the decimal over from the right 2 digits. Okay, so here's how we do it. Again, leaving the decimal alone, just multiplying. 33 times 21. Same old, start with the ones place. My partial product is really 33 times 1, so it's just 1 times 3, 1 times 3. Now I'm done with the ones place, and I'm moving to the tens place. So I put my 0. And then it's really 33 times 20, but I hate 20 times anything, but I like 2, so I just dump in my 0 and go with 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. That's my second partial product. Add them together. 3 and 0 is 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 and nothing is 6. Now I have an answer, but now I move the decimal. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's 1 digit after the decimal. Here's another digit after the decimal, which makes 2. So when I go to my answer, I know there needs to be 2 digits after the decimal. So my answer becomes 6 and 93 hundredths. If we want to look at yesterday, I would take my 3.33 and 3/10ths. So I would do it like this. Make my fractions times 2 and 1/10, another tenth. So it would be 21 over 10. I'm still having to multiply 33 times 21, which we know just came out to be 693. 10 times 10 is 100. So 6 and 93 hundredths is the same as 693 hundredths. 2 separate ways of doing this. You know, I've said a million times, no 2 brains are the same, so no 2 brains think alike. Some kids will really like this, some kids will really like this. Whatever works for you. So we'll do them both ways again. Okay, 6 and 12 hundredths. I'm going to say there's 2 digits there, 1 digit there. So in my head, I wish you could see me talking because you know how I use my hands all the time. There's going to be 3 digits after the decimal. So I'm just going to multiply 612 times 45. Starting with my partial product of 612 times 5. 5 times 2 is 10, carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 times 6 is 30. No decimal, not until the end. Done with this 5 and all its little friends. And now I'm moving on to the 4. The 4 is not worth 4, it's worth 4D. So I put in that 0 for my partial product. And now I'm doing 612 times 40, which I hate, so I love 612 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Add them up. 0, 8 and 6 is 14. Carry the 1. 4 and 1 is 5. 4 and 3 is 7. 2 and nothing is 2. 27,540 is not my answer. It is really 27,540, but times what? I need 1, 2, 3 digits after my decimal. So I go 1, 2, 3, decimal. So my answer is 27 and 540 thousandths. Okay. Oops, sorry. Still not good at this. I need like a special YouTuber camera. I need somebody to filter out all my stuff. I need to get this going here. So maybe I should be like and subscribe, smash that like button, tell all your friends. Probably not really. Nobody wants to hear what a 5th grade teacher has to say. Okay. Let's do it like a fraction. 612 what? 612. There's 2 digits after the decimal, so I know it's going to be hundreds times 4 and 5/10ths, which is tenths, and 45. We already did all of this work, so we know our answer is going to be 27540. Come on. Sorry. Over 100 times 10 is 1,000. 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3 zeros. Okay, so I'm going to take a picture of this. Yeah, maybe. And put this on Class Dojo in like a still frame, and then this is your class work. Again, thank you to Nazir and Anthony and Ruthie and Tyler. I see you guys. Thank you for sending in your reading logs. Thank you for doing your math. Keep reading. I love listening to you read. I love that you're reading to your siblings and to your parents. And just keep doing the right thing. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Remember that we love and miss you. And I think my ending line is going to be good to your parents. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.